is there anything you wish you had known before, like, not necessarily before giving birth to twins, but before giving birth at all, like the first time?
Um, I mean, I think I felt pretty prepared. I'd done a lot of reading and and I had friends who'd had babies and we talked. I mean, I think, knowing how like just how messy it is. Like you sort of think, you see it on TV, like the women like have a baby and they're wearing this like frilly little nightgown and their hair looks beautiful and they're like breastfeeding their baby. Like it just doesn't look like that. Like you are drenched and your hair is a mess and you just it's like so physically intense. And I think, just being realistic about that was number one. And I think the other thing, honestly, that I just no one really tells you is just how much bleeding happens afterwards. Like you sort of like I actually remember I packed because I guess I'd heard that. So I packed like this little box of um like little panty shields, like the little teeny tiny ones that you buy. And I was like, oh, I'll have these, like just in case. The truth is they give you pads that are like the size of a shoebox and that you basically need these pads for a very like you don't get your period for 9 months when you're pregnant and then basically your body makes up for it afterwards. You get like 9 months worth of periods. It's you just bleed a lot and no one really tells you that. And I think if I had known that, I mean, not that I would have done anything differently, but it probably would have just not been quite as distressing if I'd sort of known to expect that, just that much bleeding. Cause, you're doing so much right after you have a baby, your body's healing. You're trying to, like for me, I was trying to breastfeed with twins. I was trying to breastfeed twins. You're exhausted. And then, all the bleeding on top of that. I think if I had sort of known ahead of time to expect it, it might have just, I'd been able to take a little bit more in stride.